The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the March 12th, the fantastic Friday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, and that's this. During this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. We'd love to hear from you. If you can't dial in, hey, we've got you covered there too. You can always send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject heading, if you'd be kind enough to put radio show question, and in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Fantastic Friday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Mixed bag out here. You can see we've got the Dow up 167, the S&P back 10, NASDAQ off 172, the Russell's up 3, semis are down 45, the trannies are up 119. New York Stock Exchange is up a tad. Wilshire is back 100 points. Spot volatility trading lower out of 21.32. Gold's off $4, 17.18 is the print. Silver is down 30 cents. That's a little over 1%. 25.88 there. Light sweet crude off 15 cents. Natural gas down 7 pennies. And the 30-year Treasury, man, how about, oh, that's got the wrong contract, but let's do this here real quickly. It's probably down about the same. Yeah, 2 full points. It has got the kibosh going out there. Leading the charge, the upside, you've got Boeing up $15, Booking Holdings 15, Vail Resorts 12, Novavax up 12. Google to the downside, about $50. Amazon off 46, Mercado Libre 31. Ulta Beauty 30, and ServiceNow is down 14. So there's certainly things to look at. I will tell you, I've got nothing in the queue. No, yeah, take that back. We just got the first email request, so that's good. That's from Mike. And Mike will do that. First, let's go take a look at the general markets out there, get a feel for what's going on, time frame wise and so forth. So we'll begin just taking a look at our TAS market profiles out here. Nothing has changed since we were last together. What our market profile is telling us, well, today's pushed lower in the ES Mini, nothing more than a test of support, old resistance, the top of its daily profile. That was at 39.13. If price closes above 39.13 out here, that's telling you the ES Mini wants to go tackle its all-time high. Well, I don't know if that was the all-time high, but the candle session that generated the bearish reversal signal from February 16th, that's at 39.59.25 out there. Price closes above that. It's off to the races to the upside. The NQ, which is confirmed a buy the D point, it confirmed a Gartley buy pattern, and it's trading with inside a slightly bullish structured profile. Price should be able to make its way to 13,216. The Dow Equity Future contract has made a higher high today, so that's bullish, wants to continue higher. The Russell 2000 has made a higher high today. That too is bullish. So neither of those have any kind of TAS market profile resistance. And I'm speaking about daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. Certainly on an intraday time period, we might be able to find something out there, but you should know for those time frames, they're in all-out bullish mode out there. Now, what the Dow is really waiting for, well, let's go check it out and see if it's in place just yet. Oh, it is. Son of a gun. So now what you have going on every trader's desk around the globe, whether you are taking a look at the Dow priced in euros, yen, or pounds, and certainly we know that in the case of dollars, price is now above the 2020 high. What does that mean? That means that it is in breakout mode. The Dow is in breakout mode across the globe right now. And a real bull market is the market where the instrument is moving higher in all major currencies. Now, we needed to see the Dow priced in euros get above the level of 27,242. The day's not over, but you can see the other ones have broken above it, just waiting for the Dow priced in euros. Now, when the market does make a top, it'll do it when all of these instruments are also typically at all-time highs. We're not calling that as we speak just yet. In fact, what we're really focused on is trying to, a little nuance here, is trying to identify whether or not the global flow of capital is making its way to the shores here. Right now, if we take a look at the leaders out here, the winner chicken dinner, what we see, and in the equity markets, in the major markets out here, I'm talking about the DAX, the FTSE, the Shanghai, the Nikkei, the Hang Seng, the Australian S&P. Take a look at emerging markets and so forth. What we'll see is the Nikkei up since the beginning of the year, up 8%, and it wants to move higher. So that was a signal it generated last night, actually generated it last week, when it formed a nice TD9 count bottom at a TD9 breakout level. So it wants to move higher. And the Dow, we can see, using the Dow equity future contract, up 8.5%. Those are the two leaders out here, Japan and the U.S. And we really want to see this out here because what we're looking at, or what we could be looking at, is just really a major. So a lot of focus has been placed on the debt market out here, rising interest rates. And I fielded a number of emails out there. Steve-O, how come you don't spend a lot of time taking a look at interest rates thinking that they're rising, the markets are going to fall? Now, we've shown this during the show out here. The reason that we don't is because that's hogwash. That's all BS. That was all before Steve shared with you the charts that show we've got plenty of instances where interest rates rise and the markets rise. So we don't spend time on, debunked theories that you and I can prove. It's practice. It's not even a theory. It's called reality out there. So I don't really do that. Really what we're seeing take place and transpire in debt markets worldwide. It's not just interest rates that are rising here. This is a global thing. So why does that happen? I mean, there's a lot of different reasons why it could happen. But one of the reasons, and the reason we're focused on this set of charts right here, the reason why we're spending so much time taking a look at this and why I'm blabbering about that is because when you what the markets, what the debt markets are communicating to us is that people have lost confidence in government. They don't believe they're going to get their money back. Yeah, well, that's the same thing. If you invest in a bond, interest rates go up, you're going to get less capital back out there. So again, if you've got a lack of confidence in governments globally, where do you think the money is going to pour into? And that's really what this set of charts here is all about. This is perhaps the most fundamental. We're going to take a look at all kinds of charts today, all kinds of patterns. But if you're asking what is the most fundamental chart that you and I could look at, observe, you don't have to be a technician to understand this. It's understanding what these major instruments, what they're doing priced in those other currencies. This is what you need to see gold make a big, huge bull move. It needs to be rising in all the major currencies. It can do that out there. So that's what we want to keep an eye on. And I think that's what the message is. And when we took a look at the Dow chart now, the Dow priced in euros now breaking above. And the reason why we just simply take a look at the calendar year high, the prior calendar year high out there, is because you can take a look at the calendar year close, or you can take a look at the calendar year high, or both of them. And if you're trading above both of them, that is a sign of a bull market. It is really, we're just making it simple. Simple syrup. Stevie's simple little syrup out there. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. So the Dow is up 185. The S&P is off 8. We took a look at the equity future contracts out there. And so we've got a caller on the line. Okay, great. Let's go to Brent in Martinez, California. Hey, Brent, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Steve. How are you doing?
Very good. Thanks so much for asking. What's the instrument that you want to take a look at? The guys in production didn't get a chance to punch
I'm not
that.
sure they ever got that from me. It's the company is Intercept Pharmaceuticals, and the symbol is ICPT.
P like Paul, T like Tom?
Yes, I like an I, C as in Chris, P as in Paul, yeah, T as in Tom.
Perfect. Okay. And so ICPT, tell the folks what you're doing and how I can help you.
I bought into this last Friday.
Okay.
Down at that 18 level. It's 1850 is where I bought in, and I had my stop at $18. And the reason I did that is because if you go onto the weekly chart,
yeah,
I took the A point for me would have been the December 2019 high.
Yes.
I believe it's around 125. B point would be the March low.
Yes.
C point, the May high, and then the D point, that Friday low of last Friday.
Right to the T, huh? You got to
hit
love
the
that.
number pretty darn exact if I have my numbers right.
Yeah, it did. 1855 would have been the exact number. Got down to 1815. That's pretty good coming from $125.
On a weekly chart, that's pretty impressive. And then it put in that hammer candle on the daily, so that was my reasoning. So I just wanted to. I know there's some work to be done, and so that's really what I was calling about. Levels going upward, the resistance levels to look at.
Okay, so the first gift that you received this week was a brand new bullish structured profile. So that's a beautiful thing. So on Friday you didn't have that, but on Monday that's when the profile formed. And that also tells you should have pretty strong support at $20.32. Now that's been tested 3 times this week, today, yesterday, the day before. So now you even know it's really a strong level of support where buyers believe that it's worthwhile to take their position. Resistance out here in the daily time frame, Brent's going to be 23.58. So ideally, this would tell you may have a change in trend when price closes above that resistance level. Now, if price closes above that resistance level, 23.58, the next area of resistance is going to become the bottom of the weekly profile. That's at 28.63. So that would be the numbers from a profile standpoint that you would be focused on at the moment. Let's pull over the white background chart, see what other signals we might be able to find out here. And we can see that nice little bull sash candle that formed last Friday out there. There was also a TD9 count bottom. So you had on a daily basis or on the weekly basis, you had an A to B equals CD to downside. On a daily basis, you actually had a TD9 bottom that came in, so that's good. Price is slightly above the oscillator and change line, and that means you'd really like to see it close above that today. That exact number as we speak is 21.24, and you're 21.50. So closing above that increases the odds of at least moving up to the top of that daily profile, 23.58. Now, on the daily time frame, if price can clear the 23.58 area, its TD9 breakdown level. Remember, we said that this also formed last week a TD9 count. So when it forms a TD9 count to the bottom, folks, what that does is that gives us a resistance level or a target level to the upside if price can take out other levels of resistance. So then that would become 31.89. And if it can close above 31.89, that's where you get that change in trend signal. The weekly time frame. The weekly time frame would have been your last week was wave number 7. Oh, man, this has got a little bit of everything that we like to trade here. So you've got wave number 7 out there. Ideally, you'd see some type of bullish reversal signal the next couple of weeks. It doesn't look like we're going to get that this week out here, just to confirm a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom there. So nothing else to add on the weekly. Monthly time frame, what do we have? Don't have anything here on the monthly to help us out. Does that information so far that I provided to you assist you with what you're looking for, or what else can I provide to you?
That's it, Steve. As always, you come through with what I was looking for, and I just seemed to have enough going on, that it made sense to take the trade. And again, I have my stop at that level, so you never know if they're going to work, but certainly had enough going on that it made sense to at least give it a shot.
Yeah, look, hey, first, congratulations for taking the trade, for having done the homework ahead of time and knowing exactly where your target was at, and then integrating a weekly into a daily to make a decision. And you've got everything that you really want here. And so far, the folks that are listening, and you're listening to Brent's a very good bottom picker out here. If you're looking for, I hope this is okay, Brent, if you're looking for not a free trade, but you're looking for a free trade idea out here, Intercept Pharmaceuticals, ICPT, you've done all the work, and now you've got that nice bullish structured profile out there. So the reward risk is here. It doesn't get much better than that. The only way it gets better is buying where you did at 1850.
All right, Steve, I appreciate it so much. You just have a great weekend, and
you bet.
Always appreciate your help.
Thanks, Brent. Always good to hear from you. That was Brent in Martinez, California. Now, Mike S. had written in, wanted to take a look at Boeing. And so we're going to punch Boeing up on the screen. That ticker symbol, by the way, folks, if you're doing it on your system, is BA. And now let's go read Mike's question. Mike's question says, look like Boeing is an A to B equals CD to the upside to about 295. And we would agree with that, 294.35 on the daily time frame. And the question is, does that sound right? What are your resistance levels currently? So absolutely. So what we're taking now, this is, if we take a look at this daily time frame, well, we're going to have to punch in the A to B equals CD. What Mike is using for his data points, he's using for the A point out here, it's going to be the low of the trading session of October 30th. The high is going to be, or the B point, I should say, is December 7th. and the C point is the low that formed on January 27th. Now, that A to B equals C point. The B point, typically you like to see, well, not typically, you always like to see that pass with volume. That was December 7th. There were 33 million shares. Yesterday, as price got above that, it was only 30 million shares. So light by about 10%. Today, you're at 25 million shares, so it looks like you're going to get the volume, Mike, that you would like above 33 million, even though it wasn't yesterday. That's okay. If you get it today, it's what we like to call around here at TFNN a confirmed A to B equals C to the upside. Now, the retracement on this B to C leg was only 50%. So this may make a move beyond that 294 level out there. But, yeah, that's the daily A to B equals CD pattern. I see that. There's a weekly A to B equals CD pattern that takes us back into the March lows. So that's different than what we just looked at. You can see that on the chart here. That's the center panel. And so in this instance, you've got an A to B equals CD to the upside that would get you into the 286.78 area. But with regard to resistance, and I believe you asked that, what are the current resistance levels? You're above them all. This week, Boeing's going to close above a bearish structured weekly profile. That's a beautiful thing. That was at 244.08. Now, it doesn't guarantee you that price is going to move higher, but it certainly adds to the probability that Boeing wants to go target what we'll now call the 286.78 to 294.35 level. When we get back from this break, we'll take a look at my white background chart that shows on the daily basis bar number 5 of a TD9 count saying, hey, this thing can easily move higher for the next 4 or 5 days. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need a stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we're taking a look at Boeing for Mike S. And as we take a look at it, his really quiz questions were about the A to B equals CD pattern. We covered that during the last time. By the way, phone lines are open. Email line is open out there. It's always open, but there's no request, is what I'm saying. And that includes from the Tiger's Den. So if we look at the daily time frame chart for Boeing, you'll see today's going to be bar number 5. 3 days ago, price was able to take out a second TD9 resistance level, 237.63. So that's a real positive on a weekly basis out here as we populate it. Bar number 5 on a weekly basis. This suggests price wants to head higher. The monthly time frame chart out here, what's this show us? Bar number 5 on a monthly basis. If you take a look at the monthly time frame and just look at retracements from high to low, you'll see that what price was able to do this month so far is get above the 0.382. So we had the counter trend or the dead cat bounce from high to low that basically stifled price in the 225 area. Now the price is clearly above that. Of course, the month is not over, but at this stage of the month, day number 12, it does look like we're price also. So we have these price targets, 286, 294. Now you have one more to throw in there, Mike, and that's at 309.63. That would be the 0.618 retracement level. Typically, when you get to each of these levels are floors. I don't use the 50% level. I use 0.382, 0.618, 0.786. Keep it simple. Stevie's simple syrup out there. And once you get through one floor, you typically, in this case here, the elevator will typically rise to the next level. That next level being the 309 area. So, Mike, I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. No requests out here, so let's go tour around some of the chart patterns, see what we can find out here. Where are we at in the New York Stock Exchange advanced decline line information? So it's backed off just a bit, even though price is moving higher out here. So that's both good. That's really actually bullish because price has at this stage we're going to call it bullish because price hasn't gotten up to the plus 150 area. Out of curiosity, we're at a new all-time high in the New York Stock Exchange. Let me turn on the advanced decline line itself. If you give me just a moment to do that, here's the advanced decline line. Let me turn off a couple of things that maybe make it a little bit easier. So let me turn off the advanced decline oscillator. Got rid of that. Oh, I didn't really get rid of that, did I? Shoot. No, I guess I did. Let me turn off the summation index real quickly here. There's summation index. That's gone. There we go. Okay. So now it's just easier for me to see. So, yeah, so we're at yesterday looks like a new all-time high as, in fact, price was hitting a new all-time high. So there's no divergence or anything. And bull markets, just so you know, there's a lot of naysayers out there. Bull markets never, with one exception. There was one exception on the New York Stock Exchange. You go back and take a look at this as well. So we're going to go with the almost never. Like never, never. End. Bull markets never end with the advanced decline line for the New York Stock Exchange at an all-time high. So this bodes well for the future, as well as the price targets that you and I have looked at in the past for the Dow. We've got the caller on the line. We've got Victor. Victor, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How you doing? I'm looking for where do you think it's going?
Where do you think it's going? Do you have a price target?
I don't know. This company Cintron downgrading them, saying they're a fake company and they have no pre-orders and all that. It's pretty heavy duty. What's going on?
Well, what do they do?
No, it's Hindenburg Group. Group.
Oh, yeah. Those Hindenburg Group. Would you name your company Hindenburg Group? Seems kind of odd to me. But here, let's take a look at it.
Is this a buying opportunity or not?
Well,
they have pre-orders.
Price is trading right now at support. Now I'm looking at the intermediate term time frame, and that's the weekly. And if price is able to hold 1470, you're trading at 1472, price is pulled back to a level of support. What you didn't like to see is today's action because price is gapped down with volume below the bottom of its daily profile, and the volume out here is 34 million shares. So you're
crazy
looking
volume.
for
what's
that? Huh?
What does the volume mean? It's turning? Is that good or bad?
Bad. It gapped down with it. So far, it's had 35 million shares today. So it's moving lower with accelerating volume on the daily time frame. That's really never a great sign. If it's something's making a bottom, you want to see that it's got fewer sellers, right? So if all the sellers have dried up. So this is a great theory that Tom taught. So one of the first theory in practice out here that you look for something making a bottom. If you're not going to be the aggressive trader that's going to, let's say, do some swing point trading, meaning you test a prior swing point on lighter volume and you're looking for some type of confirmation. When a bottom is formed out here, because price can move sideways, then what you're looking for is a sign of strength. Price moving higher, wide price spread, accelerated volume, the terms that Tom likes to use. And then what you do is you wait for a pullback. So for something that you're looking for, maybe a longer term trade. If I open up my white background charts out there and we go to the daily time frame to see if there was any kind of signals, what happened today, I've got nothing to suggest that today is a bottom. Price has made its way back to support on that weekly time frame, but I just don't have any kind of signal or confidence. I would say more likely that where price is headed to is probably around the 1111 area or 992. So Victor, if I was going to try to give you a buy signal, I'd have to go to a short-term time frame chart and look for some kind of bottoming pattern. I'm on the 30-minute right now. We got zip. We got nada. So the charts are telling you stay away from ride because it's not the kind of ride that you want to take right now.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All righty?
Bye.
You bet. That was Victor in, I believe, Paramus, New Jersey. So let's see, where were we going to go? Oh, we were talking about the New York Stock Exchange. I think we've kind of exhausted that. But the important point to know is that the New York Stock Exchange made a new all-time high yesterday in price, and it made a new all-time high in its advanced decline line. Not the oscillator line, the advanced decline line out there. And if you go back and you take a look at the history of the advanced decline on the New York Stock Exchange, you will only find one instance over decades when we actually saw a major top when that occurred. So that's typically not the pattern that's in play, and that's what we're saying right now. And I mentioned, those higher price targets. We looked at those yesterday. Those higher price targets in the Dow, the next price target is 36,125, and the one after that is 40,445. And until we see some other type of bearish patterns or anything else that show up, this is what's going on here. That's why we took a look when we opened the show. That's why we started taking a look at, hey, how's the Dow is the trophy horse. The Dow is a large cap. It may not be the trophy horse for you, but it's a trophy horse for international capital. They need to be able to have liquidity, be able to get in and out. It's a big yacht. It is not even a yacht. It is a aircraft carrier. It's bigger than an aircraft carrier out there. So it takes a little bit of time to maneuver. But you and I, we pay close attention. We can look at the minute detail out there. We can look at day by day and understand how the Dow is trading in comparison to other markets internationally. We had gold move lower today. The U.S. dollar index was moving higher. If we take a look at Goldilocks out here, what did it do? Well, it's just trading with inside a daily profile out here. Now, it formed a nice bottom. I believe that was on Tuesday when it generated a buy the D point for its daily time frame. But in order to prove itself to the bullish side, price has got to clear about the 1750 area. 1743.60, the top of its daily profile. 1750, about where its descending trend line is at. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Be right.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We're going to go take a look at American Airlines, ticker symbol AAL for Peak G in the Tiger's Den. And Peak today's candle session, very important, taking out resistance. This has a TD9 count top in it. You don't see that here in the charts. I'm just sharing that with you. We'll go ahead and pull that chart over. And we can see that American Airlines has made it past the 1-to-1, A to B equals CD. So its next price projection is in the 24.89 level. I'm not saying price stops there. 24.89 is this 1 to 1.272, A to B equals CD to the upside. If you look at from its highs, the highs I'm referring to are the ones back in 2018, down to the lows here in 2020. And we just simply do a normal retracement. The dead cat bounce gets you up to 27.67. So the next price target out here, peak inside of American Airlines, 24.89 to 27.67. Let's pull over the daily chart out here. We won't spend a lot of time on this. You'll see the TD9 count. That top formed out here on February 25th. That immediately led to a test of support. That was the bottom of its bullish structured profile. Survived that test last week on Friday, I believe, on March the 5th. And now it's taken out that TD9 count, and that is a bullish message. That's what the message for American Airlines is. His next request was to take a look at, where was it? CCL. So let's go take a look at CCL, Carnival Cruise Line. I believe that's what it is, and see what it is doing. So right now, just consolidating with inside a bearish structured profile, right at resistance or just slightly above it. Resistance out here being 28.24, near 28.26 right now. There's other resistance. Is there? Nope. It's above the weekly. It's above the monthly. So it's just the daily that really is creating problems, if we call it problems, for Carnival Cruise Line. Let's open up the other chart and see what we see out here. Well, I think we're going to see something similar to American Airlines. This forms an RMI top, Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, does it on March 4th. Immediately proceeds to get down and test support. What support? The bottom of its daily profile. That held. Can't bust them down. Price is trying to bust them up. If it can clear, now what it needs to do in order to get its mojo, it needs to clear that Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. That means you need to see a close above 29.59 on Carnival Cruise Lines out here. The weekly time frame chart looks pretty good. I don't have the white backgrounds for it. Let's see, as this is taking on swing points, this swing here had volume of 259 million shares, passed with 425. So even on a conservative basis, and we'll do the conservative A to B equals CD up pattern out here, which is confirmed, That's going to give you, well, the price projection here about 30.23. Only a 52% retracement. That's really suggesting more like a move to the 33.57 level. So that's what the charts are communicating to us when we take a look at Carnival Cruise Lines. We do have a couple of requests that have come in by email. The first one coming in from Marty. Marty wants to take a look at VGZ out here. Vista Gold, I believe. So let's go get that fired up on our 3 time frame charts. VGZ. Marty's question is, what do you see on the charts, long and short term? Well, if we take a look at, it's going to be interesting here. So it still it's not confirmed an A to B equals CD to the downside. Even though I've got it drawn in on the weekly basis, you'd need to see a close below 91 cents. So you don't have that. So what I really see in Vista Gold is a sideways consolidation, Marty. And that consolidation from about 91 maybe to the $1.20-ish type area out there. As I look at my white background chart, see if there's any other signals out here. Not really. Real resistance on Vista Gold is going to be the $1.15 area. That's coming from the daily time frame chart. Weekly time frame chart shows resistance, the oscillator and change line right now. So I just see a sideways consolidation, Marty, and I hope that and that's really short term and really long term until that consolidation gets broken out on the there's not really much else to see here. So sorry about that, or hopefully that helps you out to understand what's going on with regard to Vista Gold. Again, the ticker symbol there, folks, was VGZ. The next request coming in from Sylvia, and Sylvia says, hey, can we go take a look at the Apple? Volume lowering in a chop shop for Apple. What do the charts say? So let's go take a look at AAPL. Now, Apple's got a nice buy pattern. It confirmed a buy the D point, or confirmed a Gartley buy pattern. It did it on March the 9th, so just a few days ago. And so it's got a buy signal in here. Right now what it's doing here, Sylvia, is just consolidating with inside its daily profile. That's from 117.46 to 126. This week, last week, the week before, price pushed down, tried to bust through its bullish structured weekly profile. That's at 120.45. Has not been able to do that. So you can't bust them down. What Apple's communicating to you, Sylvia, is it wants to bust them to the upside. At least it's got the patterns in place to go ahead and do so. If we take a look at the daily time frame, there was a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom that also formed out here. So you've got two bottom patterns. You got the nice little bull sash candle back on March the 9th. Now, ideally, you might want to wait for price to close above its oscillator and change line. That's at 121.48. It's red, and it says that the pattern is neutral to bearish. You have a falling price oscillator below zero, but we know we're at support. We've got a buy signal out there. So that's what its daily chart is communicating to us. Do you take the trade? I don't know what you're looking at it for, Sylvia, but you've got buy patterns out here. And the last piece of this puzzle would really be two consecutive closes below the oscillator and change line. Again, that's printed at 121.48 out there. On the weekly time frame, see if there's anything else out here. There's nothing. If price were to fail to hold the bottom of that weekly profile, and really be two consecutive weeks, we don't have that, and so far it's just held, then we'd be looking to move down to 107.32 out there. So that's what we see when we take a look at the chart for Apple, Sylvia. I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in, and have a fantastic weekend. Hector and the fuel injectors. Hector wants to take a look at ticker symbol CX. I believe that is Chevron, but let's go take a look and make sure that is, in fact, CMEX. Good thing we looked. It was CVX. Okay, I had the C and the X, just was missing something out there. And so we take a look at CMEX. CMEX, I believe this is, I could be wrong on this too. Why do I even say that? I think it is a Mexican home builder company, cement company, that whole bit. I think that is it. But in any event, the question is this headed topside, or is there a pullback near term? And because you've been riding this pony for a while. Well, profile-wise, Hector, it's off to the races. It's above the weekly. It's above the monthly. It's above the daily out there. So all of that looks good. So the real question in CMEX, is there any kind of topping signal that Hector and the fuel injectors need to be worried about? The answer is, well, you're in wave number 7. That's for peak G inside the tiger's den. So the hair on the back of his neck just stood up. So you've got that potential pattern out there. But that can't be confirmed until the following day. And, hey, price is above the oscillator and change line. So we don't care if it's a peak G, if it's a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, if it's a TD9 count, and you're trading above a green OUL. The worst case is it's a neutral signal. It did have a TD9 count top, still does out there. So the way that that gets negated would be a close above 741. You're at 724 right now. Because you've got the TD9 count, because you have wave number 7, do you exit the position? I'd say no. Now, I don't know where you're in it. I don't know how long you've been in it. The question is, could you, if this did turn south, and we're not saying it's turning south just yet, the question is, could you handle this pulling back to 611? If you can, then you stay with the trade. If you can't, well, then wait for a clearer sell signal than what we have right now. We'll look at the weekly. We'll look at the monthly to finish out the show. For Hector and Patty, we are taking a look at CNEX. We'll be right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave! Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So we're taking like a ticker symbol CX at CMEX out here. And so Hector and Patty have got free shares. So that's a beautiful thing. They're following Tom's script out there. It's a beautiful way to build a portfolio. So, Hector, the the hair on the back of your neck is standing up. You're saying, hey, is this thing forming some kind of a top? Should you expect a retracement? So on a monthly basis, month is not over, but you're in bar number 9 on a monthly basis. Remember, a TD9 count top can form on bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9. This would either be the bar 9 or the bar following 9 out there. And you're up at resistance, 726. That's a TD9 breakdown resistance. When this hit bottom on a monthly basis, wave number 7, letter G, you've got a Rhodes momentum indicator signal out there as well. The weekly time frame, you're in the bar following bar number 9. Now, the beauty here, you're in free share, so you're going to stay there. But you do have the topping signals that are out here, right? Daily, weekly, and monthly. But you're going to stay here because if price closes above whatever the high of this week is next week, that tells you about a strong momentum move to the upside. It makes sense that it is struggling price-wise. 726 is the TD9 breakdown level. That's the third TD9 breakdown area out there. So it makes sense that price is struggling. So I would stay in the trade out here, especially because you've got those free shares. And again, on a daily basis, if this closes below 716, maybe you're looking at 661, 642, could be all the way back to 611. But I would stay and play. And that was on ticker symbol CX. Well, folks, almost done for the day out here. Just back to our typical market update charts out here. Really, the equity market should continue higher. You've got that spot volatility continuing to move lower. The ES mini is above the top of its daily profile. The NQ should target 13,216. The U.S. dollar index, it's trying to gain some legs out here. Really needs a close below 91.57. In order for the gold bulls to say we're going to make it to 1743. Hey, folks, stay tuned for 2 more great hours. Your favorite polar bear, David White. He's up next. After that, Tom O'Brien to take us on home. Have a fantastic Friday, a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you back here on Magical, Marvelous Monday. Be safe out there.